Hi guys, how's it all going? I want to say thanks a lot to everybody on Instagram and Twitter that has asked me to do a couple other videos. So I'm going to talk to one that is not necessarily controversial, but it's now going to kind of be the flavour of the month, if you will. I'm going to talk about mental health, and especially how mental health affects my condition and with IBD. Now, what I kind of want to achieve with this is more of a call to arms for all you men out there to actually start talking about how you feel mentally. So I've spent the weekend with a couple of my guy mates, went up to London, had a great time, but a lot of the stuff that my friends were chatting about, obviously we were discussing parts of mental health, and a lot of the conversations we were having, they were saying, oh, I seem a bit embarrassed, I don't really want to talk about stuff like this. And it got me thinking, why do we have to have this way of our current lives that if I'm a man, I'm not allowed to talk about how I feel, you know? A lot of people feel that if you suffer with mental health, for example, and that if you're a girl, it's much easier to sort of be accepted for how you feel. Now that may come across as slightly controversial, but bear with me with this, because if you're a guy and you go and talk to your guy mates about it, a lot of you will turn around and say, well, you know, get on with it, mate, pull yourself together, what's wrong with you, mate, don't be stupid, you're a guy. And I think this is the real big problem, especially with somebody like myself. I know a lot of people that do suffer with mental health, and there is a sort of stigma around actually having the ability to chat one-on-one with your guy mates and tell you how you feel. Now I've got a lot of previous life experiences that have told me that actually a lot of guys will suffer in silence. So the idea behind this video is to kind of have a call to arms, if you will, to say if you're a guy out there and you're suffering with mental health, talk to us. Or whoever it might be, just let them know exactly how you're feeling. Just check in with one another every now and again. And if not, if you don't want to chat to your friends and family, you can talk to me, okay? Obviously, you've got my Instagram if you follow me already, or you can DM me on Twitter, whatever it might be, because people's well-being, mentally and physically, is the most important thing. Yes, a lot of you follow me because I'm quite into fitness, and you know, I'm showing that chronic illness such as ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease isn't going to basically govern how I am sort of physically, but it does play a large part in regards to my mental health. You know, days where I've been in hospital, lying in bed for a long time, have made me feel incredibly down, slightly depressed and incredibly anxious. You know, meeting somebody for the first time, for example, especially trying to be in a committed relationship with somebody, they have to accept your entire illness, and that's very difficult for some people to deal with. And as a guy, you know, it's even harder, possibly, for somebody like myself to open up and talk about mental health, and especially a chronic condition and mental health together. It is a whole package, you know. And if you're, say for example, a girl, and you know, some girls that I know are so open about talking about their emotional stuff, it's very easy, and that could actually intimidate some guys, for example. So what I'd like more to happen in the future is, if you are a guy, take my example and just say, yeah, I'm not feeling great, I just want to talk to you about how I'm feeling. It doesn't matter who you speak to, because at the end of the day you are going to be listened to, and if you haven't got that correct support group around you, that's what this whole IBD community is for, okay? And that's what we are trying to promote. Mental health is one of the biggest issues in our society because people are afraid they won't be taken seriously for it. It's also one of the biggest issues that lead to, you know, financial problems, further vulnerabilities, even in regards to your own mental health and physical health. If you're not thinking the correct ways and you're feeling down, that's going to also cause a lot of internal stress. How many of you have been stressed and that's brought on a lot of your symptoms? It's all hand in hand, it's all mind over matter, okay? In the next couple of weeks, what I will be doing, or next couple of days, sorry, I'm going to do another quick video just showing you about my home fitness routine, and it also will include stretching and possibly other things where I can give you hints and tips to sort of de-stress from your day-to-day lives. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I'll speak to you next week. Take care, all the best, see you soon.